So you beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. So before we go any further in the video, you probably can hear my sexy Barry White voice that I'm not very well. Yes, I've tested positive for the C word. Don't need no sympathy, guys. I'm someone who gets ill once a year, and it tends to be around this particular time. It just so happens to have a new name now instead of the flu or the cold. So yes, I've been sweating my way through this one, and I'm probably going to be sweating and coughing and spluttering on the mic at the moment. I'm really sorry if you hear any of that, but I'm going to try and persevere and get through this video. And from the thumbnail, you've probably thought to yourselves, what is this here? Yes, 9.2 thousand people would rather watch somebody sleep than watch Call of Duty. 4.4k people watching Call of Duty Vanguard. Now, I can't even call Vanguard a snooze fest anymore, because people would rather watch people in a snooze fest, which is just testament to the state of this game currently. Listen, I like Vanguard for what it is, what it tried to represent in terms of the multiplayer aspect of the game. The problem is there is so many things like bugs plaguing this game. We can't even really get the essence of what it was supposed to be. Like Nick Merck said it the best a few weeks back when he was speaking about the game and how he doesn't like the setting of World War II. And I think I can speak for a lot of us in saying that that one isn't one of our favorites. I think most Call of Duty players, they prefer the modern era, current, or the near future, where you're not shooting laser beams and stuff. It's not far-fetched, basically. And that's currently what we're going through in Call of Duty right now, is this whole, everything's just aligned for Call of Duty in the worst way. But one of the biggest problems I think that we're having, and why people would rather watch people sleep, is there's an absolute total blank wall when it comes to us trying to get in contact with the devs and finding out what's really going on. And when I say what's really going on, I mean the important aspects, not fixing skins in the store, not fixing the store, but actually fixing things that people have grinded for this atomic camo and cannot get the damn thing. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous that people have put in that much time into your game, kept it running, and you can't even reward them by fixing simple challenges. Now, it's very clear that Sledgehammer, Activision, and all the guys and girls who work for Call of Duty, there is something very big going on behind the scenes, because there's been plenty of people laid off when it comes to quality assurance, you name it, the list goes on. And currently, I know a lot of people are going to be off on their holidays. And speaking of holidays, I hope you guys had a great Christmas. I definitely had a brilliant one, although I immediately got ill because my missus was ill on Christmas Day, and we just knew what was going to happen. But we ate plenty, we drank plenty, and it was just great to have the family over, and I'm hoping it was the same for you guys. But anyway, back into the video. It just seems to me that even before we had the holidays, we didn't really hear much from these guys, and I think it's because they've totally bit off more than they can chew. And I'm talking about Sledgehammer, I'm talking about Raven, and I'm talking about Activision here. Listen, this was the plan. They wanted to integrate Call of Duty Warzone and the likes of the multiplayer aspect together. And in an office, that may have sounded like a brilliant idea. And it may have sounded like a brilliant idea for the devs, because that in theory would lessen their workload. But I feel like it's had the total opposite effect on this game, because in my personal opinion, I believe that the multiplayer aspect and the Warzone Battle Royale aspect should be separate games, still under the Call of Duty umbrella, but they should be dealt with as separate games. None of this cross progression, none of this you rank up this weapon in that game mode and it works in that game mode. And I know why they've done it. It's pretty obvious why they've done it. If you guys remember me doing a video about Modern Warfare 2019, why I believe it sold so many, not because it was a great game, it was because of the marketing from the likes of Activision. You booted up a free-to-play game, you saw people who had the paid version, and you got shitted on with the best guns with all the attachments on, and you were struggling to rank these up, and they would systematically take out the likes of Plunder on occasions on purpose to try and force people to go and buy the game. But not a lot of people have got their thinking caps on sometimes and don't see these things happening. But essentially, it made more sense if you wanted to do well in Warzone to buy the full version of the game, go and rank up those weapons quickly, and then come back. Yes, you could do it in Plunder, but like I've said to you before, there's several occasions where they would take that out of rotation, and I believe that was on purpose. Now, coming back to Vanguard, Vanguard had so much potential, and I do enjoy the game in bits and bouts. However, it's just riddled with bugs. Modern Warfare 2019 is unplayable, and these things are happening. Cold War's experiencing the same because of the integration of Warzone. Warzone has essentially killed the likes of Call of Duty multiplayer to the disbelief of many people, and it's something that we've said year upon year now. Call of Duty is dying, but when we look at the stats and figures of the sales have been going down year upon year. The viewership has been going down on many channels that I follow. Unless you're absolutely dumping on this game, those people who tend to be positive about Call of Duty, those who blew up with Modern Warfare 2019 doing certain class setup videos and stuff, they're not bringing up the same amount of views. And this goes back to another point that was made by myself, and certain people disagree with me, and I feel like a lot of people are coming around to my way of thinking. They kept calling Modern Warfare 2019, Joel Seacott and his cronies kept referring to people like me, people like you, as the vocal minority, because we had something to say about the development of the game, irrespective of whether it was nasty or not. Those who were adult about it still got disregarded. That's the point I'm trying to make here. And it's funny how this game has gone to utter shit when they have ignored the vocal minority. That's just, it has to be a coincidence, doesn't it? It has to be a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. The fact is, some people still live in the world of Facebook is new, YouTube is new, social media is new. Social media has become an addiction for many people in the world. It was years ago that almost the entire population had a Facebook account. That was years ago now. Social media is a very powerful thing. Social media can be a cesspit, but one thing I can say is, if you enjoy certain things, you're going to follow that. If you're on Twitter and you like Formula 1, you'll follow Formula 1. If you like golf, you'll follow golf. If you like Call of Duty, you'll follow that. You'll wake up and you'll probably look at something to do with that at some portion of the day. And you don't have to be a hardcore. I'm only recently got into golf. Do you think people who are new to golf don't go on YouTube and try and find out how to get better? Do you think that's not a random thought in most people's heads now? Even 80-year-olds know about YouTube. It is that powerful. Going forward, I just believe these devs need to take it on the chin, the criticism that they're getting, because it's warranted at the moment, in my personal opinion. And they need to get out of these echo chambers that they're these almighty things and this is their creation, and how dare you criticize their creation. At the end of the day, we pay them to make a game that we play, and whatever you consider to be a vocal minority wouldn't have such an effect to the point where games like Call of Duty World War II, 6 months down the line, you choose to take that game in a total different direction because the vocal minority had so much to say. It's just all smokes and mirrors in my personal opinion, and these people using clever ways to try and cover up the truth. And the truth is, the game is being badly managed, badly developed, and badly handled at the point to the point where people are starting to actually walk away. And hopefully, before this becomes a real genuine shit show, someone has the nous, the intelligence to realize that they need to turn this ship around before it genuinely sinks, which I don't want it to do. Listen, I love this game with a passion, and I much prefer running my channel when the game is popping. the most successful year for my Call of Duty channel was between Modern Warfare 2009. This is putting Fortnite aside, by the way. Modern Warfare 2019 and Warzone. That particular year, the first year, those games were popping. And you guys know I didn't like many aspects of Warzone, but I loved others like the gunsmith and etc, etc. And those are the videos that really popped off on my channel. So hopefully we won't be looking at people snoozing, and we'll be playing a decent Call of Duty sometime next year if these guys pull their finger out. But if they keep going in the direction they're going at the moment, then that just might not happen. Guys, let me know your thoughts and feelings down in the comment section. Guys, there are many buttons you could hit, but I'd like a subscribe button. I hope they took your fancy. And as always, guys, don't forget to stay on the right track. Peace.